This is probably going to be the last video. Hopefully it's not going to be that long, but I was doing a lot of this stuff actually. Yeah, I've been down here for an hour messing with this thing. I did decide to try and use the Boca Ram card in here. And with one of the suggestions from many years ago on the first video about my PC 6300, I had a comment saying this, like, if you put the address space A000 to, what is it, A something else, I forget the range right now, but it overlaps VGA or EGA external video. But if you have the CGA adapter that's in here by default, you can use that. I was trying to play around, I said, with QRAM and do everything like that. Well, I think the issue is I can't set the Boca Ram board to address space A00. It's set to D000. So if anybody can, it can either be set to D or E, D1000 or E1000. And that's what I saw with there's step switches there. There's only two possibilities. If I can feel, got some bad RAM here too either. Yeah, there's only those two possibilities. So I was just playing around. It's like, okay, if I'm using UMB, I can use this as 64K UMB, and that would be better. No, it isn't. It's like, here, look at it's 512 and 500, give or take. That's what it is like without any of my without that Boca Ram card actually activated. If I go to So this is all remmed out. The driver for the Boca Ram card. This is what, just clearing that RAM space, because I've had issues of it freezing, and I'm still having issues with it freezing actually with that in there. QRAM. These are the only, like, I've read documentation, unless it's a different version of QRAM that this documentation is for. But I tried different things here. No, it's like, that's not going. And so it's like, okay, this is just doing my the 64K. This is exactly the same as it was on my original 6300. It's using QRAM. It's using just 64K for UMB. That's it. That's all that this stuff is doing. Even though, there's a lot more RAM on that board. The 64K. And then I had device high, is the Compati card driver, set vers high. The network stuff is high. I did that. I kept everything the same. Now, anybody else has any more expertise than I do, I would love to hear it. But whenever I did that, I would have those loaded, set those to high. When I came back, and did a mem, the largest executable program size was actually 10K smaller. I don't have it on video or anything, but just know that. Yeah, it's like, I'm scratching my head. It's like, okay, I have 64K more RAM. The same amount of stuff is loaded, but those drivers that make that, so like QRAM and the BREMM, the Boca Ram drivers, apparently they take up more RAM than the RAM that they give back. I don't know. So if anybody has any thoughts about that, I would love to hear it. But at this point, 512K, and I'm going to be going through this a little later. But what I plan to do on this is, be a media backup, or conversion or whatever. 360K floppies. This will read it. This will, and be like a bare kind of like a bare metal, not a bare metal, but you know, like a more true PCXT, like with the stuff that it can do. I mean, like this is, you know, I like this. This is old school right there. This is, and I'm probably gonna, you know, take the Boca Ram out because, yeah, that's not gonna be doing anything. And oh yeah, one other thing I did today. Say I put that another 25 to 9 pin serial adapter on here. Yeah, mouse still doesn't work. Driver not installed. So yeah, the mouse is. I was trying another mouse. Trying to hit the mouse that he get. I did the soap box. The piece of soap before. Yeah, that's none of that any of it works. So yeah, I'm gonna take it as his word that it's not something's up with the serial port. Actually, while I'm here, I mean, it should say that the COM is there. He was saying that Norton says it was there. I believe that it's going to say that it's going to be here on Microsoft Diagnostics. Did I already do this? I probably did. But I forgot. COM ports 1, so we go C. 0F. Yeah, there's not anything going to be at that same. So yeah. So interesting. A video shows me. Yeah, 80 by 25 CGA monitor. Yep. Well, see, I mean that's basically it on today. I'm probably gonna do more tomorrow. Yeah, so our network's there. Mouse not detected. Okay. Let's see what the other adapters. No, game detector. No, device drivers. So anyway, tomorrow what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna probably wrap this up. I swear I'm gonna wrap it up tomorrow. There's 2 parts that are coming. I've been on a shopping spree because of all of this stuff. One thing is like I'm gonna try to extend this cable. Because it's carrying power, I don't know if that's the reason why it's so short. I'm hoping it's not. I'm hoping it's just the fact that when they built this machine, they're expecting the monitor to sit right on top of the machine all the time. But you know, it's just a 25 pin, you know, 25 dB, DB25 adapter. So I got an extension cable straight through. It's set as parallel port. It could be a serial, but you have to be sure that it's straight through and not, you know, a null modem or whatever. And then just a DIN 5-pin DIN cable extender so I could have the keyboard up here as well. And let's see, and the last thing I'm doing on this dude, again tomorrow, foreshadowing, is I'm going to see what I can do with the graphics and clean this up a bit software-wise. Software-wise, like right now, this is, you know, the last leg. I mean, like, I'm showing you all of this. The hardware has been fun. There's been a lot of new stuff for hardware that I figured out. Software for me, in terms of showing you what it can do and everything, is less fun to like show on camera because it's like I am using it. It's like, you know, it's not. It's easier for me to actually work on hardware and actually film stuff than it's like, oh, look at the screen, look at what it's doing, It's like no, it's like physical stuff. I like showing that more than just what's on the screen. So with that, when I come back on the next section of this video, oh my god, I've been talking for 10 minutes already. I will be tomorrow. So Well, I've already tested this, and I know it doesn't work. Just got some odds and ends to allow me to put this machine in a place where, it's easily accessible, but the monitor doesn't have to be right next to it. So I got this extension cable, and it's just a pass-through. That's what I bought it as. 25 pin. It should just go male here, female here. But I turn it on, and nothing appears on the screen. So I don't know what the issue is here. That's disappointing. So the monitor is going to have to be pretty closely tied to the machine. The keyboard, I have just a 5-pin DIN extension cable here, and yeah, that is working apparently. Yeah, I don't know, but here we go. Like, I turn the machine off, so okay, I've been doing a lot of stuff off the camera, and probably is a good time for you to see what I've been doing. I sure hope nothing goes wrong now, because I mean, they're all put in their new homes right now, so everything's buttoned up. With this one, we left off, I think, with trying to get the memory. I was talking about doing the high memory between 640 and 768. The Boca RAM card does not do that. I have a low-tech card, but you still can't select 8,000 as the range. So you know what? I'm leaving it as is. Even with the network client going, it still has 512K of free RAM, which should be plenty enough for me to see if I can make images and do the boot drives and image media swapping and everything. I think I'll take care of like the labels now that they're no longer like say I put in a 3.5-inch blanking thing in there, and actually it's just held in together on the opposite side with tape, electrical tape. It's strong, so you're not pushing that in, and that looks kind of okay. It's better than a gaping hole there. That's my original one. We'll go through some more stuff there now, but I just want to show you that, well, all of these machines, and I've been testing, like, all of them are connected to I have a love-hate relationship with KVMs. So all of these are set up, connected to either, well, they're all going through this, but P is 256, and, well, this Windows 98 box is going through that, and then through that. So it's like, that's why there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, there's 10 computers down here now. But only an 8-port hub, or 8-port KVM. So whatever. And like it's not a perfect solution, but is a solution. So the monitor is up here. The computer that it's connected to is here. The cable is long enough. I don't know. I don't know why I was so worried about that. It is definitely long enough. And this is talking about media converting and everything. So this machine is my Windows 7. It not just for Windows 7. It's just an older machine, but it does stuff, doing imaging hard drives and whatever quickly and whatever. But it's connected to this monitor through this KVM, and this is what I was using as this KVM connects. I have multiple ports on there. Well, I don't want to have all these keyboards all over the place. It's like, okay, it's kind of cool having that monitor there, but it's not the it's taking up space. It's fine enough, but a monitor or whatever. This is my solution. I'm using the keyboard that came with the eBay 6300. Sorry, Model M. But anyway, So this has an AT/XT switch, and it goes now to this manual breaker box, switch box, which is actually KVM, but I'm only using it for the keyboard stuff. So now A goes to, it's a it's a 5-pin DIN and back, but A goes to this KVM. So anything that goes to here, the keyboard goes out, keyboard goes to there, and this is the keyboard. So yeah, that still works, right? Yeah, that still works. Yeah, okay. Yeah. And so when I want to use this machine, which I'll be using soon, it's not the easiest thing to switch between back and forth, because it does get confused sometimes and you do need to reboot. So it's like it's not a back and forth thing all the time. But when I want to use that machine, that keyboard is plugged into that. It's going to be set to B right there. If you it's going to be set to B, and I'll flip the switch on here to XT, and I know it, and it works. And then yeah, so yeah, there's some converting along. Well, I mean it's just using the, you know, a PS2 keyboard, and a mini DIN and a DIN can carry whatever symbols you want. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's XT, AT, or PS2. It's all the same. Which kind of strange why that serial thing didn't work. But anyway, the 25 DB25. Anyway, at this point then, as you see, it's all set up here. It's nice. I guess it's just a few more software tweaks that I want to do. That's the reason why. And this is the 98 machine, which is up on the screen right here. I use this as a kind of like a NAS. I think I've told this in other videos, because all of the DOS clients are able to talk via NetBEUI to that machine. So you can just copy and paste. You know, it's not necessarily that you need, you know, even FTP or whatever. You're just copying it over. You map a drive and you're just copying it over like another drive, which I you know, that's the best way that I've found to do it. I mean, I know people like MTCP, the FTP client server, whatever, and copying and pasting, but yeah, just mounting it as a separate drive. I mean, I'll show that to you then too, because I have not set that machine up to, and this machine to talk to that. So I need to do that, and just wrapping this up, just completely wrapping this. What is this, part 7? Videos have been doing pretty well, which is nice. Hopefully people have learned, or not learned, I mean, I'm not a teacher or anything, but have been entertained and found out new things that, you know, along the way with me. Like, you know, I said, the 8-bit IDE connector, 8-bit IDE controller, and that, but the bus correction kit, and, you know, some neat hardware through this whole thing. So just going to be putting an end to this soon. I'll just show you some quick things that I'm going to be going along with the software, and then yeah, that's it for this series. Oh yeah, in case I left anybody on a cliffhanger before about that PS2 serial to PS2 adapter. Yeah, it's a KVM strike back. Like, this is the only KVM that actually worked with it. Connecting it up to this one, no luck. Even that one, no luck. So it has its own. It's not that one. It's this one. This is the one for, yeah, that. I probably need to mark these. Ooh, that's disgusting. Yeah, so it's just a whatever compact PS2. Probably should have put a better one on there, but, and it's even a old school ball mouse. But anyway, that is the one that's connected to my original PC 6300. It works with the serial to PS2. I'm fine with that right now, as long as I have a mouse. It doesn't have to be wireless, right? So just a quick thing, making sure that this works. In order to map a drive, use the net command. This will pop up, and I'm using this keyboard, so that's kind of neat. Although it is off sides, well, it's easier for me to type if I'm not filming or whatever. So let's see, my path is going to be win 98, and my share is ATT shiz. Yeah. And let's reconnect it. Startup. Let's see, and drive I want to do as M because that's, yeah. I don't know why I do that. So connect air 15. Oh, the last drive. Oh. Yeah, my last drive is not up to M. What is it? G. Okay. Well, let's do M. So yeah, at this point, both of these 6300s are on. It's neat. And now this is one of the reasons why I've been just making sure that I have a password in here, because actually one thing I do want to see, putting it higher drive letters is like it doesn't give, you know, it doesn't take away anymore. Okay, yeah, so net. So it reminds me that I need to put in the password. My password is going to be for the share of cool. All right, and then we can go exit, go M, D, R. Cool, and there's our it's being on there. So yeah, I mean, I've shown this in other videos too. We have I don't that's Mac. Yeah, that's weird. 300, was it 32? It's not reading that right. It only says it has like 3 megs. Is that 3? Yeah, 3 megs free. Interesting. I don't know. It's off of a 20 gig hard drive. Anyway, if it can read it, that's completely fine with me. So right now that is on there. This is the other PC 6300. Oh yeah, that keyboard, obviously. Load MS Network. Got a lot more stuff installed on this. Oh yeah, okay, since I've been playing around with that whole did I tell it to? Okay, I don't know. Wait, this is weird. Wait. Yeah, okay, so I ran the net command, I typed in my password, and then it reconnected. So I don't know why that's not in my auto exec now, but again too, it's like I was attaching and disconnecting the network cards before. So if we go here too, it's like what we can see is, you know, all the stuff that the other machine is seeing as well. Oh, that's much faster. And see, here we go. We have 18 megs free. How do I do a speed comparison here? Because you saw that run faster. It's like, oh, now M has nothing. Oh, interesting. I can't do a DIR on the same thing at this extended air 55, extended air 55. So multiple users can't do a DIR at the same time? I should just share a different folder maybe. I think that might be a better thing. Oh, I was not expecting that. That's interesting. So the eBay one is doing a DIR now. Oh, and now this is doing a DIR. If I start a DIR, no, we're not going to do that. That's curious. Anybody want to tell me why that's happening or whatever? Nah, that'd be curious. I mean, I'm sure there's like a race condition, I mean, not a race condition at this point, but a resource locking. Maybe just pulling that out of somewhere or another. But anyway, so using modern computer, I am moving. I found a video card driver for that Acumos, but it's, you know, the Acumos VGA2, but it's the Cirrus Logic CLGD5402. Yeah, the AVGA2. Yeah. So I found the driver. I'm moving that over to the 98 machine. There's the driver. And then Windows. So I need to, there's a README, and we'll see how that goes. So I was doing a more closer reading on the VidFix stuff and everything, and some cards require it, and this is just to take care of it. It's just to make sure that my VGA is going to be working as well as it could. VVFix doesn't use any memory apparently, just reinitializes the card. FastVid uses up to 32K. It's going to be interesting on to see what happens without using it. The person who owned the computer before, he didn't have any of that set up actually, so he didn't use that either. So now I'm going to try getting, can I get 800 by 600 by 256? Well, I'm curious. I'm curious. So this is, I have the drivers over. I put it as ACVGA. No, I don't. Yeah, so those look like better driver files. Had to run that install batch file thing first. That 386 file is scaring me. But let's just see what happens. Actually, this, yeah, there we go. I have DOS keys installed, Matt. Yeah, it's probably gonna run like a dog. But, I'm too curious. I am just too curious. That's gonna look beautiful, isn't it? All right, AVGA 200 by 600, 256 colors. Funny. It's funny. It completed correctly, right? All right. Well, let me. This keyboard, you can't do one-handed Control Alt Delete. And you know what? This is, like I keep saying, this is probably the end of this. I mean, I'd never think to see that I would have, it was 800 by 600, 256 in Windows. I'm not counting my chickens before they hatch, but I mean, it's a novelty. That's all it is right now. This is a novelty. And I mean, oh my God. Oh, auto adjust. Ooh, wow. Those colors look, that looks right, but that is slow. that is slow, but that is, and the signal is just garbage. So I don't know what's up with the signal, but I guess it's the way. Oh, you know what? 800 by 6, 256 colors. Oh, that is too funny. That is too funny. It just might be the pattern on the desktop, and you know, it's this LCD's non-native resolution. There's a lot of things not working. There's a lot of things that are working against it right now. So I knew it was going to be slow, but I didn't know it was going to be this slow. Oh, for goodness sake. And it's not even control panel that I wanted either, right? I wanted to just change the background. And where in the world is that? Holy smokes. So anyway, maybe I do want to try around with the fast vid stuff, but you know what? Hit me up in the comments if you want to see any of that stuff. At this point, I'm going to be playing around with it. Not really going to take you along for the ride at this point, because I think I've said my piece. I think I've talked about all of the different pieces of software and everything else that's why is that blinking? Was that always blinking before? Anyway, so at this point I think I hope you enjoyed the series. I'm going to leave you off with probably control panels never going to open. And I probably should not have tempted 256 colors, although, I mean, the machine is still responsive. You know, the mouse still works. But in any case, I hope you had fun. I hope you saw some hardware that you've never seen before. I sure have. And getting it up and running. Not optimally at this point, I understand that. But for as much as it is, you know, I hope you enjoyed. So with that, I might not be making another video for another few months, because that's just the way it goes. Take care of yourself though in the meantime. Bye. You know, I really hate to leave this stuff on a downer. That's like, there's always something that doesn't go right. I mean, this was just a funny thing just to see if you could get 256 colors. 256 colors, this is 256 colors at 640 by 480. Still, control panel doesn't want to open, and the interference on the screen is too much. That is total garbage. Other thing I found out, the Compati card does not work as soon as you load the DOS network client stuff. So there's an incompatibility there. Probably can maybe do it in software, or do I have to change? No, they're not using the same IRQ or anything, or no, that's right. But yeah, That's just the way stuff goes. Always something. Later.